it's your girl Coco Nicole, and welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, welcome. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a beginner friendly start to finish makeup tutorial. So I'm going to be breaking down eyes, eyebrows, complexion. As you can see, I'm starting off completely barefaced. So yeah, if you're new to makeup and you want to learn a little bit more and get like a little routine together, then just keep on watching. So the first step in my routine is primer, and I like this porefessional pore primer by Benefit, and it helps minimize my pores, and I like to mainly put it on like my nose area and in like the T-zone area. And primers, they typically help prolong your foundation wear, and they help blur out your imperfections. Next, this is completely optional for people who need it, but this is color corrector. This is by the brand Live Tinted, and then I got the color balance. And then what this does, it helps cancel out imperfections, birthmarks, blemishes, anything like that. So I'm just putting this just like where needed, and then I'm going to go ahead and blend this out. Just have like my elf brush, and then I'm just gonna just blend it out a little bit. I'm about to go in with my foundation, and then today I'm going to be using my Nars foundation. This is the Sheer Glow foundation. It's got like a natural finish, and then I'm in the color Stromboli medium 3. It's gonna start off with just one pump, and then mainly just focus this like on the perimeter of my face, because I'm gonna be adding concealer under the eye. I'm gonna be using my Real Techniques Expert face brush to blend it out. And then when you're blending out your foundation, make sure to blend it under like your chin area, because you don't want to like stop right here and then people can see like where like your foundation starts and stops. So make sure to blend it all the way down. With whatever is left on your brush or on your sponge, just go over your nose. You don't really need to put too much makeup on your nose, because that's like the spot that's gonna get oiliest the first. So next we're gonna go in with concealer, and then I purposely didn't put any foundation on under my eyes yet. What I'm gonna do, I'm just about to apply just some right underneath my eye, not directly underneath. I'm leaving like a little gap there on purpose, because you don't want your concealer to get too cakey. Now I have my damp beauty sponge, and I'm about to tap that into the concealer to blend it in and blend it out. I like using a damp beauty sponge because it makes blending a whole lot easier, and it helps spread the product more evenly. And then what I'm doing is I'm just tapping that concealer in, and then I'm just blending it up gradually to right underneath my eye. That's why I had left like a little space there. I'm just starting off at the bottom. I'm just gently tapping. The concealer is starting off at the bottom, and then I'm just working my way up till I get right underneath my eye. And then I like to take the excess that's on the sponge, and I tap it over my eyelids just to even everything out. Give everything an even base. And then I'm just doing the same thing, tapping it in down the bridge of my nose. So I'm moving on to contour, and I have my Danessa Myricks Beauty contour. It's a cream contour, and then I have it in the color medium 1. I'm just going to contour just a few areas on my face today. And then I have this contouring brush from e.l.f. I think it's like really cheap. You can pick it up from Target. Yeah, now I'm about to stamp my contour, and then I'm gonna put it like right above like my natural cheekbone area, because the contour, it wants to drag down like as you blend it out. So you'll want to just put it like a little bit above your natural cheekbone. Also stamping it along my forehead to define or to chisel my forehead area a little bit. And for like the sides of my nose, I'm just grabbing like this little shader brush from Colourpop, a E4 shader brush. You can just pretty much use any kind of brush, any kind of small brush will do. And then I'm just putting just a little bit down the bridge of my nose, kind of like where my brow starts. Yeah, I'm just going in with my foundation brush to blend out that contour. I'm just tapping it in like a back and forth motion. Just tapping it along my hairline. Just using like a light hand just to blend that in down the bridge of my nose. Also use your sponge to do this. Now it's time to set everything into place, and I have my Laura Mercier Translucent powder. This is one of my favorite powders that I like to use. I really like to use these triangular powder puffs. They just fit like perfectly, like right underneath the eye. I'm gonna show you guys in a minute. And I think Tiffany J or Tiffany Jones on YouTube, she was raving about these. And then you can get them from Amazon, like super duper cheap. So the first area that I'm going to set is my under eye area. So I just got my sponge again. I'm just tapping out the little creasing from my concealer before I set it. So now I'm just tapping just a little bit of that setting powder onto the cap. And I have my triangular puff right here. And it's got a little bit right there. And blow off the excess, because you don't really need that much, and you can even tap a little bit on the back of your hand. This is a kind of important step. You want to make sure that you're looking up as you set your concealer. You don't want to look down because you had the potential to crease like that. So this is like a good tip to make sure that you look up before you set your concealer. So all I'm doing is I'm just pressing in that powder right underneath the eye, right in the corner to the outer edge. I'm just about to go use it down my nose. Basically just setting everywhere where I had put that Fenty concealer, in any areas that, you know, may get pretty oily on you throughout the day or that may crease on you. Honestly, you can use the same thing to set the rest of your face, or you can dip in with your powder brush. I think I'm just gonna do that. So this is completely optional. You don't really need this, but if you are looking for like a little bit more coverage, I would recommend this, or for like your super glam days. This is my Sephora Microsmooth powder, and then I got it in the color medium. And then it just has like a baked kind of finish. It kind of gives your face like, I don't know, maybe, for lack of a better word, maybe like a sparkle. This gives like your skin even more like a smoothness. I'm going with like that same powder brush. I usually use like a different brush for this, but I'm just about to just put this all over in like a circular motion. So the next step is brows. As you guys can see, my brows are very, very sparse. And I want to point out that like my brows, they are definitely not twins. They're more like sisters, or I like to call them like distant cousins, because this brow is like more flat and this brow is like more arched. And I typically like to keep that shape. I went ahead and filled in that brow off camera. But this brow, I'm about to do the same thing. It's making a line from the bottom of the brow, from the start to the tail, and then I'm using a very, very light hand, and then I'm just going to do the same thing with the top, trying to follow the natural shape of that brow. I have to obviously improvise a little bit because, like I said, my brows are really sparse. And from here, I'm just going to do some hair-like strokes, still using a light hand to fill in that middle part. Make sure that you can't see like any skin peeking through. Just make sure that you fill it in. And then as I get to the head of the brow, I'm going to make some vertical hair-like strokes to make it look like more natural. I'm just filling in the brow and making some natural hair-like strokes. And then don't worry if it doesn't look like how you want it to look, because we're going to use the spoolie to help blend everything in and blur out everything. But brows can be a challenge at times. I mean, practice does make perfect. And then like a thing that I like to do, sometimes I hold the pencil like that to see like how even did I get them, you know. I kind of use the pencil as like a guide to try to make sure that I get them as straight as I can. I just give up after a minute. I'm like, forget it. I ain't got all day. I don't like to spend too long on my brows. And then once I get them how I like them, you know, once I get them to looking pretty much the same, I use my concealer to help carve them out. It's gonna go in with that same Fenty concealer. I like to put like a couple dots underneath the brow. I'm just following right underneath my brow to just tighten up that line. Some people do this for the top and for the bottom of the brow, but I just mainly just do it just for the bottom because I don't want them looking super duper perfect. On with that same translucent powder because my brows can get shiny throughout the day, and I just set them. And then lastly, to finish up the brows, I go in with my brow gel. This is the Anastasia clear one to set them in place. So off camera, I had primed my eyes with my Juvia's Place Eye Prep Eye Prime eye primer. And an eye primer I would recommend using because it does help your eyeshadow pigments show up even deeper, and it does help the eyeshadow from creasing, and it helps prolong like the eyeshadow wear throughout the day. For today's eyeshadow look, I'm going to be using my Little Ray of Sunshine Pressed Powder palette. This is from Colourpop. This is their only all matte eyeshadow palette, and I really like it because it's natural looking, it's everyday. And then for some reason the colors remind me of like shades of people for some reason. I don't know if anybody's yellow, but yeah, I really do like this palette. I'm only gonna be using like 4 colors, so this should be a really easy look for anyone to achieve. I'm gonna be going in with a fluffy eyeshadow brush first so that I can get like a diffused look. The colors are on the front and the back, but they're in like different order. I don't know why. But this color is called Blissed Out. I'm gonna go in with this color right here. And then what I like to do, I like to stamp the color in, kind of like with that contour earlier. I like to stamp it in first, just so that I can build up the color. You don't have to do this if you're working with like a really pigmented palette, but sometimes the palettes that need like a little bit more like a oomph, you need to make sure that you tap into it good and then stamp it on your eye. And then I'm blending it out in a window wiper motion. I want to point out real quick that this eyeshadow brush, I bought it in like a set. It came with this case right here, this really cute stand. You can get like a complete brush set just like this that has like a blush brush, eye brushes, powder brush. You can get something like this for like $20-$30, so I would definitely highly recommend. I like BH Cosmetics. I like their brushes. Morphe, they have good affordable brushes too. And now I'm about to go into another like slightly tighter brush. This is also from the BH Cosmetics set. I'm going to this color called Chillin'. I like this color and it's pretty pigmented. I don't think I have to tap in it too much. And then I like this reddish color. It gives like the eye like a nice warmth. I'm just blending this into the crease area, and then I'm using the same window wiper motion. It's about to go back in with that tan color from the beginning to blend out the edge of that chilling color, just so that everything looks all blended. To go in with like a bullet brush, this brush in like smaller areas and get like more definition. And then I'm about to go into this the darkest color, this kind of dark brown, this chocolate color. It's called Sun Giant. I'm about to tap into that, and it looks like it's pretty pigmented too. And I'm about to just tap this into like my outer V area. Don't mind my brush. Kind of raggedy, but I'm going in with my Morphe M506 brush, and then I'm just going to use that to blend out that brown color. This is a very small blending brush, and then after I blended out that dark brown, I'm just going back in with that brush that I had used with the color Chillin', just blending out the edge of that dark brown with that reddish color that's in the crease. Again, just to make sure that everything is blended. I'm going with the last color that I'm going to be using. It's the lightest color in the palette. It's called Suns Out, and then this is going to be the lid color. I wish that this palette had a mirror, then it would be perfect. But I'm just tapping this on like my lid area. I'm just blending this color to like 2/3 of the way on top of my lid. I'm still leaving like that deep color, because I want to leave that definition there. And I like to hold my brushes towards like the end. I feel like it gives me more control when I hold the brushes, whereas if you're doing this, you don't have as much flexibility and control. But if you're doing this, I feel like I have more control over where I'm putting the color. At this point, the top of my eye is complete. I'm just making sure that I didn't lose any of that chocolate color, so I'm just adding just a little bit more of that into the corners and then to like halfway to like the halfway point of my eye, bottom part of my eye. I think I'm just gonna go in with like that reddish color, go in with like a liner brush, and then I'm just gonna look up as I put that color Chillin' right underneath my lower lash line. I think this is my favorite color from the palette. To blend out that Chillin' color, I'm just gonna go in with a with another pencil brush. This is a Morphe E36 to just blend out that reddish color underneath, just to blend it out just a little bit. To add, like I said, it's a little bit of drama. It's gonna do a black liner. I'm gonna use like a light hand, just like with your brows. This is the Essence eyeliner pen. It's supposed to be waterproof. I'm just going to create like a little wing. Just out just like that. And then from like the midpoint of that little wing, I'm going to create another line connecting it to the end of my eye. Just like that. And then I'm just going to fill in that gap there. It's created just like a little baby wing on this eye. So now for lashes, I had tried out this company in my lashes tutorial. If you haven't checked that out, check it again, because I went ahead and picked up another box. I think I had like the blue box first. So this is the orange one, and these are super duper cute, very cheap and affordable. Oops. And then these I think I had already wore. And you get like 5 pair. I got my pair down here drying with glue on them. And I just love them. They are faux mink, but they like look like the real thing for like a whole lot cheaper. So I would really recommend checking these out. I'll put them down below, not sponsored or anything like that. Yeah, you'll want to let your lashes dry for maybe like a minute or two. You can even blow on them. It's opposite of like when you're setting your concealer. You're gonna want to look down into your mirror and then push the lashes. Try to get as close as you can to your natural lash line. Push them there in the middle, and then I push them towards like the front of the lash line, and then lastly I just push them in towards the end of my lash line. Clamp them together between my real lashes and the false lashes just to get them secure. I mean, it seems simple and easy, but you know, it's a challenge for a lot of people. But just like everything else, practice makes perfect. Just keep practicing and practicing, and you will eventually get it. So I'm going to be using my Nars Orgasm Blush. It's really, really popular, and I recently like picked it up and tried it for the first time. It just gives your cheeks just like a flush or like a pretty pink, and it's got like a goldish kind of reflect to it. It is really, really pretty, and I do see why it is popular. And then to set my face, one of the last steps, I'm going to be using my Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. And then I have the jumbo one. I like to do like a O and then like an X motion. And while my face is still just like a little damp, I like to go in with my highlighter. I'm going to be using my Anastasia Beverly Hills Nicole Guerrero highlighter kit. And I'm going to be using this color right here, Glow Getter. Just putting a little bit there. A little bit on the tip of my nose. Cupid's bow area. Chin, maybe just a dash on the forehead. Just putting just a little bit in the inner corner of my eye, just to give that a little sparkle. Gonna add just a little bit of my LA Colors mascara to my lower lashes. So I went ahead and changed off camera, and now we're about to finish up with lips. So for lip liner, I got my MAC lip pencil in the color Chestnut. This color is a little bit deeper for me. I usually like to use my cork, but for some reason I can't find it. So this one will have to do, but I'm just about to just line my lips. I'm just blotting my lips together to blend out that liner just a little bit. So I'm about to just play it safe and do like a nude lip with this particular look. So I got my L'Oreal Full Blown Fawn color. I'm just about to blend it in together again. You could leave the lip just like this, but I think I am just gonna add just like a little bit of gloss. LA Colors lip gloss. It's really just like a nude lip gloss. This came into like a pack or whatnot. This is the completed look. Just wanted to create like a minimal look that anyone could pretty much do. This is like a natural look that I feel like pretty much anyone could wear. You can wear this from work to happy hour, maybe even like an interview. You can definitely switch out the lashes if you wish, or you can just opt for mascara if you don't want to use any lashes. And then I just went in with a nude lip, but you could definitely switch this look out with like a red lip, would be really pretty. Or you could do a pink or brown lip, would be really cute with this look. Let me know down in the comments what you guys thought about this video. Let me know if you want me to make a video specifically about brows, or specifically about eyeshadow, or foundation, or concealer. Let me know down below. And if you learned anything from this video, don't forget to go ahead and like this video, subscribe if you haven't already. Go ahead and hit that notification bell so that you can get notified when I drop new videos. And I love you guys so much for watching. And until next time, take care, y'all.